Alright, this is my tutorial on how to turn a normal inhaler into a cool jet prop from the Fallout game universe. This uses just a normal inhaler. Normally the plastic goes up a little bit longer, but this is an early kind of like test version that I made, which didn't go so well. But that's the type of inhaler you want, one that is open at the top, not a closed top. Alright. Really simple to make. All you need is paints. You need a red and a white paint, something to cut the plastic with, and if you want to round off the top, some sort of resin. Alright, it's really simple to make, it won't take you too long, you can do it in an afternoon. So, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, the first step that you're going to do is mark off where you're going to cut your inhaler. On the inhaler that I have, there's a few lines on there. I've just marked just above it. If you don't have those lines, measuring from the mouthpiece, it's between 2 and 3 centimeters up. And you just want to cut that off. So you want to cut this. You can cut it at an angle if you like, or cut it straight. I'm going to do it at a very slight angle. Alright, so you can see it's a lot smaller. It's very rough on top, so I'm just going to go over with a file and clean it up a little bit. Alright, so there you go, that's cleaned up now. You can see when the canister is installed, it sticks out a lot more, but it's not too close to the bottom. It's just going to fall out. Alright, the next step that you want to do is get the canister, and if there's a label on it, you want to take that off. Alright, so about 15 minutes later, and a lot of sandpaper, it's cleaned off. It's a bit scratched, but it's going to be painted over, so it doesn't matter. I also used some methylated spirits just to get any sticky residue off of it, so it's nice and clean and paint will stick to it nice and well. And then that's most of the work that you have to do apart from painting. Okay, if you want it to look a bit more like it does in the game, you're going to want to round off this top area. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some resin. Now this is car repair resin. You're probably better with dual resin, but this is what I've got, so that's what I'm using. Alright, really easy to do. You're going to put this in your vise and secure it. Not too tight because you don't want to crush this out of shape. So you've got your cup, you're going to pour a bit of resin in. So you don't want too much. You want more than what it takes, but you don't want too much, so you're not wasting a load. And then normally they come with a hardener, which this one does. Okay, so if you've got a new one, you're going to want to put a lot less of this in. It'll take a lot longer to set, but you don't want too much heat going onto this if it's new. Now this one's very old and used and practically empty, so I'm going to put quite a lot of this in so it dries quite quickly. See, that's quite a lot in there. You don't want that much normally, but I want it to dry quite quickly. Give it a mix up. Alright, now you're going to want to pour this in. You're going to want to do it very, very slowly on top of here. You're going to want to fill it slightly over so it rounds off a bit at the top, but you don't want to spill. It's very important that you don't spill. So take your time and do it very slowly. You can probably just about see it's slightly curved over, but not too much. And that's about as much as you're going to get it. So don't try and overfill it. That's how you want it. Okay, so you're going to have to leave that to dry well set completely, it'll harden and it'll take a little while. So you don't want to do anything with it too early, you don't want to move this whatsoever, you want it to set and you're going to give it a lot of time. And this is something that you really can't rush. Alright, so I'll come back once that's hardened. So with the masking tape, you're going to want to cover up on this what's not being painted white. What is being painted white is the mouthguard and then some area of the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep most of it blue, apart from this area which is already kind of outlined. So that's going to be painted white for me, and the mouthguard's white, the rest of it I'm going to leave blue. Alright, so it's fully dried now. So it's nicely rounded off on the top there. So the next step is painting the buff. So these are going to be white and then this is going to be red. Alright, so next thing is painting the buff. I'm just using some craft spray paint. I'm going to give them a couple of coats. So I'm just doing a few light coats, so they'll dry quick enough. Alright, and white. I'm going to put a couple more coats on, and then I'll show you the result afterwards. With the jet, this is just a piece of wood that I drilled a hole in, and put some blue tack on the bottom, just to hold it in place. And then this is just held down with blue tack again. So I'll come back after they've dried. Alright, so both of these have had a couple of coats on and they've been left to dry. So, nice colour to that. So that's pretty cool. Not too bad about the underneath because that's not going to be shown. Alright, so time to take the masking tape off this and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. Right, so there we go. See, the masking tape's mostly covered it up. What I'm going to do is just go across with a knife and just scratch it a bit off. Comes off easy enough. And then just clean it up and then show you the result afterwards. Alright, so it's been cleaned up a bit more. So it looks nice. And then we put this in. So that's the jet done, essentially. You just about see that it works. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. This is done as far as it is. If you want it to look, you know, pristine like it's just been made. If you want to weather it, you know, just go across with pins, knives, anything, put scratches in it. Use sandpapers to scratch off a bit of the paint, make it look a bit pristine. And you know, use maybe brown washers to give it the coated mud effect, and then there you've done. So I'm going to do a bit of weathering effect and I'll show you the end result. I won't show you me actually doing it. There's a lot of people who can do it better than me, so go watch their videos. Alright, so this is it. Once it's been weathered a little bit, you can see it's browner where I've used some brown wash, and then I've put a couple more scratches in on the jet container. These ones I just scratched it out. With these bigger ones I used sandpaper on, just to give it a little scratch. Okay, as you might be able to see, still works, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. That's done now. So that's how to make a jet container out of an inhaler and a few supplies. So, thank you for watching. Leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And if you do make one, let me know, and let me know how it turned out. Thank you.